All right, let's go on a little road trip, shall we? Welcome back to another video. I am finally leaving town at 2 o'clock, but I wanted to leave like at least by 10. Had a couple of things I needed to get done in the morning. I did those things, and then they needed parts. How to go get parts, couldn't find them, took forever to find them, got everything together. Now I think I'm finally ready to go. Have a better truck full of chemical, and I just had to put my cooler on the inside of my truck, but we're finally good to go, and we are off. If you're wondering where we're going to, we're gonna go plant some cotton. Just pulling into the first town real quick. Not staying here long, literally just passing through. And just cruising through some natural terrain. Yeah, we're getting close, just a few back roads and we'll be there. And I'm so glad I do carry my ice box in the bed of my truck, because yeah, that got annoying very quickly. I was not a fan, but we're almost there. I guess we're headed to the field. Time to go plant some cotton. Well, we're planting cotton. Well, it's been a while. Glad to be back. I'll get into the details in a minute, but for now I'll first get myself situated and make sure I'm remembering everything that I need to do and to get it all, make sure it's all working right. So give me a minute to get settled back into the planter, because it's been a year. Alright, getting enough situated. We're here now on our farm, our beautiful farm here by the mountains. Obviously it looks beautiful. We're here planting some cotton, the first cotton of the year. They started today about around lunch. I got here about 3:34, something like that. So got here when they were still on the first field. Field's almost done. We are doing circle track. This is just how we like it around in this area here. Circle track seems to work pretty good. Other planters on that end of the field. He was starting from the outside going in, and this tractor was going from the inside going out. So we just got this little gap here in the middle to do. But then we shouldn't take too much longer and we should be done. So I got the iPad. We got the iPad set up. That's our field view. Got the little puck right there where it's connecting to that reads all the data from the planter. But yeah, we're planting cotton at 80,000 seeds an acre. By the way, look what we did. Haha! I don't know if anyone can tell, but normally the seat stops swiveling there. Now it's like bam. And then when you go back this way, normally it stops here. Now it's like bam. Now you can really look towards your back. Now this seat swivels more than a brand new tractor, so which is even better. I love this. This is nice. Now I've actually got my field of view. I can turn around whenever I feel like it. I'm not restricted. This is nice. Yeah, we're almost done. We only need one more pass right here in between us. So this field gets done pretty quick and we'll move over to the next one. So this year, everything in this area, we're planting phytogen cotton. So I also decided, hey, why not? I have an extra phytogen cap lying around. I'm gonna put that one on since I was in need of a new one. My other one was getting way too dirty, all full of oil and sweat and whatnot, so I put a Vanagen cap on. But anyways, last year we had all Delta Pine, a little bit of Next Gen, some Stoneville, all dicamba ready cotton in this area. And this year we're planting all Phytogen, which is 2,4-D ready cotton. So any volunteer cotton that's going to come up from last year will all die from this year from us spraying 2,4-D. So we rotate this area around like that, and it really helps minimize any volunteer cotton from the previous year. Because if those cotton come up, then you got to do some way of destroying it, because then they just suck the water from the plants you're trying to grow, and they suck the fertilizer from those plants. So having volunteer cotton is just not a good thing. And the way we decided to do it now, we've been doing it for the past couple of years, and it works really good to just switch out different varieties with cottonseed, just to where you can use dicamba and you can use 2,4-D. So we've been really liking that. And for this area, as you can see, we're also planting no-till into some cover crop. Technically not, it's no-till, but not no-till. We tilled to plant the wheat, but then we no-tilled to plant into the stuff we tilled. Yeah, it's no-till, right? Yeah, it is. That, and we did also buy some, I bought some planter box extensions for whenever we start planting peanuts. I can't really put them on here because it doesn't really benefit us in any way. We can only do 60 acres with one fill up anyway, because we're doing 80,000 seeds per acre, which is ridiculous, but that's just the type of water we have, and it just works really good. You get a better stand. In this area we have so much water that if your cotton is spaced out too far, your cotton gets way too big, and then the cotton picker can't harvest it, and it just wants to get stuck in the picker header, and that's not fun. So we have to do more seeds per acre to get the stems of the plants a lot smaller. But planter box extensions wouldn't work on here because we're also doing HydroHume in the back, and that also lasts for 60 acres. And the fertilizer, the starter fertilizer in the front tank also lasts for 60 acres. So it wouldn't really help putting the extensions on there, being able to fill up more seed and not being able to go any longer distance, because you'd still go back and fill up the same amount of times anyway. So it just kind of defeats the purpose. But when we do go plant peanuts, we are putting those extensions on there because, as you know, with peanuts, you burn through an entire planter full of seed in one round, which is ridiculous. Well, maybe with the extensions, then we can go 2 rounds. But before we could do 1.5 or 2.5 rounds, or 2.5 passes, 1 round, and then back the other way. So that would work, but then you would need a seed tender on both ends of the field, so also wasn't practical. So we just did 1 round, filled up seed, then did another round, filled up seed. So now we'll be able to go 2 rounds and then fill up seed. So a lot less time spent filling up, and hopefully be able to cover acres a lot faster. And this field is done. And there goes my uncle about to start to spray, and I'm here just folding up just a little bit. Not going to fold up completely, just that way I can leave my cables on there, just that way I can move over to the next field. There's always lots of brush and a couple of small mesquite trees and whatnot on the edges of the field, so just getting that little bit extra fold up, and then I can hopefully get over everything. Hence why I folded up. Small roads, narrow roads for that, and quite a few little brush and mesquite trees on the side and everything, so works pretty good. Just a half fold it up and you can be on your way. And on the next field, and since this one is not 240 acres like the previous one was, we're only doing the outside 16 rows in circle track, and then the rest straight. That seems to work better with smaller fields, especially with spraying and stuff like that. So We don't do every circle track, but we do the ones where it makes a difference and it actually helps, and we have a reason for it. For this circle, it's kind of just inconvenient because the first 2 towers, essentially, first hour and a half to 2 towers, you can't really do circle track because it just gets too tight of a turn for the tractor. So you have to do straight roads there anyway, so then you only have that middle. I don't know, it's too short. It makes sense anyway. We have a logical reason why certain fields we do and certain fields we don't, but for this one we're not. And if you're wondering what that black stuff is, that would be Hydrohume. It's just an extra thing that we put in the ground in those back boxes right there. Just what that Hydrohume does, that just helps the seed to get all the nutrients out of the ground as much as it possibly can. Just another aid, not like fertilizer, but helps it get all the other nutrients out of the ground, like all the nitrogen, all the phosphorus, potassium, all that good stuff. So it's just an aid, essentially. And as luck would have it, last year, if you remember, the first day that I came out here, the one tractor had an issue. It had a broken piece right down there for the independent suspension. It's not the main pin, but there's one other pin that's down there that broke last year. And this year, lo and behold, the other tractor is not broken. It has a busted hydraulic hose. So my cousin went to the nearby town to hopefully see if they can quickly repair it. Hopefully they'll be back up and running here in a few hours. We'll see. But hopefully it won't turn into as long of a breakdown as last year. Last year was about I think it was about a full day breakdown where that planter was not driving, or the tractor was not driving, the planter wasn't planting. But hopefully this year they can get it back up and running sooner than last year. And I'm done with this field, so now on to the next one. And time to go refill some fertilizer. And it's about time for me to call it quits. Not for the tractor though, the tractor's gonna be going all night. My cousin will be driving there all night, and he needs a couple of boxes of some of the imidacloprid that we're putting in the front tank. It's supposed to help for insects. Gotta go grab a couple more boxes before I call it for my night. And then I'll finally be able to go get some rest. And it's like 1:30 already, so not bad. Yeah, so far been a pretty productive day. Not bad. We covered one full circle, so that was a 240 acre circle. That was a pretty big one. Started the next 80 acre circle, finished that one, moved over to the next one, didn't quite finish that one. We just, let me turn on the light real quick. We just planted as much on that one as what we could until we got pretty close to being empty on seed. Since that other tractor is still broken, they couldn't get it up and running. They put the new hydraulic hose on there and it didn't work. The tractor was running fine. You could steer, but you could only lift up the hitch when you were steering like as hard as you could to the one side. It was very weird. We don't know what's wrong, so we're gonna contact the guy tomorrow, see if he can tell us what's wrong with it. But for now, we'll just have this one tractor going. So we put seed in there just so that it's a bigger field. It's also a 240 acre field, I think. Just that way it's easier driving all night. You don't have to constantly be switching small fields here and there. If we switch to a bigger field, just that way it's easier for, you know, until the second planter gets back up and running, which hopefully that will be tomorrow. Because I do not like the idea of just going day and night. It's a little too hard on the mind. Things can go wrong. things can break easy. I don't know, you can't really run into any wells or anything around here because it's just, there are no wells. Well, there's like one well per pivot, if that. Sometimes there's like four pivots that share a well, but besides the point. But anyways, that's gonna be it for my day and for this video. I do appreciate y'all for watching. I'm gonna try to record quite a few stuff while I'm out here planting. Bunch of interesting stuff going on, so stay tuned for next couple of videos. But as for now, I do appreciate y'all for watching, and I will see y'all guys in the next video.